There. Okay.
What's good, everybody? What's good? Media Day 2. Media Day 2. My bad. All right. But nevertheless, we are not going to skip the tradition. Hit the intro. All right. Mr. Z is up. We're going to get right into Media Day. Yes, sir. Stream.
How's everybody doing?
That's the question.
146.4 for Israel Barbosa. 146.4. The scale is now working.
You got the right time for the weigh-in of the undercard.
Tucker.
Don't want to put it on the big screen.
146 on the nose for Tucker. 146. We got about 4 rounds in the welterweight division. Corpus Christi, Texas, Israel Barbosa. Deer Park, New York, Jahai Tucker. 4 rounds in the welterweight division.
What's good, pal?
All right, our next bout is scheduled for 4 rounds in the welterweight division as well. Please welcome from Albany, New York, Kasir Masi Goldston.
Is he there? Yeah. Tell him I looked up blue. See if he can go back.
142 on the nose for Kasir Masi Goldston. His opponent from Ypsilanti, Michigan, Maurice Anthony.
Damn, fucking up.
142 on the nose. 142 on the nose for Maurice Anthony. 142 on the nose for Maurice Anthony.
Oh, look at the height difference.
That is such a big difference. That's going to be I don't know how he wins that unless he starts chopping wood.
That's good,
right,
Bobby.
for real.
Shit.
That could be a preview to tanking Barrios.
Our next bout scheduled for 4 rounds in the middleweight division. Please welcome from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, Laquan Evans. 156 for Laquan Evans. And his opponent from Alexandria, Virginia. He will be representing the United States at the Tokyo Olympics. Troy, the Transformer, Isley. 156.8. 156.8 for Troy, Transformer, Isley. This bout is scheduled for 4 rounds in the middleweight division. From Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, Laquan Evans. From Alexandria, Virginia, Troy, Transformer Isley, 4 rounds in the middleweight division.
We're getting better. That's what I need to do. My eyes are playing tricks on me.
Our next bout is scheduled for 6 rounds in the junior lightweight division. From Madera, California, Brian Lua. $131.4. $131.4 for Brian Lua. His opponent from Sidra, Puerto Rico, Gonzalez.
Better spot, y'all. Better spot.
131.8. 131.8 for Freddy Pequeno Gigante Gonzalez.
I'm going with him.
Scheduled for 6 rounds in the junior lightweight division. From Madera, California, Brian Lua. From Sidra, Puerto Rico, Freddy Gonzalez. 6 rounds in the junior lightweight division.
Thank you, Shaquille. Yes, in Vegas. This is Vegas.
Our next bout is scheduled for 6 rounds in the welterweight division. Please welcome from Clones, Ireland, Lethal Larry Friars. $144.6. 144.6 for Lethal Larry Friars. His opponent from San Juan, Puerto Rico, Sander Sayar. $147.4. 147.4 for Sander Sayers. This bout scheduled for 6 rounds in the welterweight division. From Clones, Ireland, Lethal Larry Friars. From San Juan, Puerto Rico, Sander Sayers. 6 rounds in the welterweight division.
Larry up front, Larry up top. Face up.
Puerto Rico in the house. I ain't even from there.
Our next bout is scheduled for 8 rounds in the junior welterweight division. From Catano, Puerto Rico, John El Terrible Pausa.
Great Puerto Rican lineup, no lie.
140, 140 for El Terrible Pausa. And his opponent from Houston, Texas, Kristen Edwards.
You hear me?
No, what'd you say?
I said we're gonna have to go down there to Puerto Rico for some matches.
Yeah.
140.4. 140.4 for Kristen Edwards.
Hey, y'all, just to let y'all know, Let me know if the audio is fine. I can hear y'all because they allow me to give me a little volume on y'all to them I was live.
Puerto Rico, John El Terrible
Oh, it's fine.
Bamba from Houston, Texas.
And it's very loud in here.
Edwards, 8 rounds in the junior welterweight division.
Edwards right here.
Yes, sir.
Thank you for
All right, our next bout scheduled for 8 rounds in the junior lightweight division. Who's welcome from Toledo, Ohio? Tyler, the Golden Child McCreary.
Oh, shit. He got range, y'all.
131.6 for the Golden Child McCreary. His opponent from Dallas, Texas, Manuel Rey, the Punisher Rojas. $131.6 for Manuel Rey, the Punisher Rojas. This bout scheduled for 8 rounds in the junior lightweight division. From Toledo, Ohio, Tyler, the Golden Child McCreary. From Dallas, Texas, Manuel Rey, the Punisher Rojas. 8 rounds in the junior lightweight division.
This like the 8th fight, ain't it?
It's a stacked card, man. Really stacked card.
Most of these fights probably gonna be on ESPN Plus, though. Especially those 4-rounders.
There's a lot of those.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, it is now time to weigh in our co-feature, which will take place at 7 p.m. Pacific on the network ESPN as we celebrate the grand opening of this brand new property here in Las Vegas, the Virgin Hotel. We're excited to get the month of June going, and it starts right now with this co-feature. 10 rounds in the junior welterweight division from Bergen County, New Jersey, Julian Hammer Hands Rodriguez. $141.4 for Hammerhands Rodriguez. His opponent from Ciudad, Puerto Rico. He is a former 2-division world champion, Jose Sniper Pedraza.
Pedraza.
He got hands, man.
139.8 for the Sniper Pedraza. All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is our co-feature 10 rounds in the junior welterweight division. From Bergen County, New Jersey, Julian Hammerhands Rodriguez. Proceeded of Puerto Rico, Jose Sniper Pedraza.
Sniper. Up. Julian.
Let's go.
We are guaranteed to have a great fight card this weekend.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, it is now time to weigh in the main event. 12 rounds for the vacant WBO Interim Junior Lightweight Championship. The WBO #1 contender, the WBO #2 contender. Let's weigh him in from Walvis Bay, Namibia, Jeremiah Low-Key Nakathila. 129.4, 129.4 for Jeremiah Low-Key Nakathila. Next on the scale, from Newark, New Jersey, 129.6.
129.6. He made away with no problem.
Marty.
This is our main event. 12 rounds for the vacant WBO Interim Junior Lightweight Championship of the World. Jeremiah Low-Key Nakathila, SHAKUR Stevenson. 12 rounds for the vacant WBO Interim Junior Lightweight Championship.
Yeah, brother. Man, you. Yeah, we're gonna get on here.
Right.
All right, it all goes down tomorrow, Saturday, June 12th. The undercard begins at 3:30.
That boy SHAKUR about their ignorance, boy.
Yeah, he is. About to
He bought all the smoke. Let's get out here and see what we can talk to.
Right.
From the Virgin Hotel here in Las Vegas. We'll see you tomorrow.
Was that Bud?
No. Look. If you feel like it's gonna cut out, man, make sure you just go on and record. You hear me?
Rob,
Yes, sir.
if you feel like it's going to cut out, go ahead and start recording.
Oh, of course. I got you.
It's starting to look dark. Let's see.
All right, where y'all at?
Mello, what's good?
You gotta be back in the media area.
Okay. Gotta get back in.
I don't see much of anything.
Hey, everybody, we live over in the Red Corner Box and in the GMT box covering the weigh-in right now. Come on over. YouTube, make it happen.
So you get somebody then. But yeah, that was a dope weigh-in though. Looked like, hey, out of all them fight cards, there's bound to be some action. I know it was a major like Puerto Rican lineup. So speak, boy. It's crazy. Who was that? I forgot his name. He probably ain't gonna talk. Not John on him. What's dude, man? Yeah, I think it's gonna be like that last time. Everybody be hurry up leaving, and they doing their promos, man. You might have to try to go hit that hallway up, Mr. Z.
That's what I'm about to do.
Yeah, so go
I was
ahead.
trying to get the guy going against Stevenson, but they rushing him out. So.
Yeah, that's why I was looking at it. That's why I said it was probably like last.
That's why I was hitting that way. Y'all saw me hitting that way.
Yeah. So
that go Bud right there. That go Bud right there. Damn, he running. He running. Let me see if I can holler. Hold up. I'm about to go this way. I'm trying to cut him off.
Don't get hit, Rob.
Go ahead, man.
I'm trying to cut him off. He right here. In the black. Oh, she about to, I'm about to go. I keep my clothes around.
All right.
Damn, shit.
Hey, man. Hey.
Say, bud.
All right, I was gonna say.
I know you're not doing it. Can I get a couple of questions, dog? I know you, bro. Just a couple of, bro. Just two. I promise, bro. I promise. Oh, come on, bud. Give me one. About one. Huh? Yeah, I can help. I'll help you. You give me one, bud. Oh, so you're not doing no interview?
No.
Oh, hold this for me if you don't mind.
Well, yeah,
you want I'm gonna hold it. Oh, go ahead. No, I'm gonna hold this. Do your picture. Yeah. I got you. What's up, Mr. Fred? You working, baby?
Wait, we have to put it here then.
No.
Yeah, I'm working, man. But I gotta respect the man. He ain't doing the interview. All right,
I feel him though, man, because he's trying to make this about Shakur though. He ain't trying to have everybody ask him stuff, man.
I feel you. Y'all, I had caught him on camera. Or I caught it under him.
Yeah, you got him on camera. You kind of got at the end a little bit of just talking, but I mean, you got him though. It's
but he ain't on now.
I'm pretty sure if it was this fight, he'd be talking. You know what I'm saying? He just trying to just be his little brother, baby. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's why he's trying to see girl.
Well, he taking pictures.
Yeah, he'll take pictures, but he ain't trying to do no interviews. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know if y'all want a
You
picture.
see, nah, you see fight. Hey,
Huh?
you see fight hype right there. He ain't even get a fight hype interview. You see what I'm saying?
And Bud is gone. GMT in the red corner. Gone.
Yeah, Bud out of there, bro.
All right, we can get an interview with whoever this is. Let's see what this is. All right.
I don't know who that is,
That's
bro.
baby.
Nah, boy, you tripping. He got that light too.
That's who got.
That's who?
Uga.
Who is that?
Uga.
That's Ugas? Oh, that's your boy. All right, come on. Polo, who you got? What question you got for him?
Why is
What question you got for him?
why is everybody ducking you, man?
You got it.
You studying English.
Jordanis, what do you think about Errol Spence?
Nah, that's
Repeat.
Oh, he said that he feels like that's a fight.
Jordanis, what do you make of just got the announcement from Pacquiao fans? There's a lot of speculation that Manny will be back elevated to super champion. What are your thoughts on the fight, and if that does happen?
Let the WBA do what they want to do, but he was the one that was gonna fight Earl Spence. And now all of a sudden, Manny Pacquiao decided to come out of retirement, and then now they're gonna fight. Supposedly, he's gonna be the co-main event on that show on August 21st.
Against who or what opponent? I mean, because it must be frustrating. Manny was champion in there. You were elevated to full champion. Did that frustrate you a little bit?
Él dice que iba a pelear con Francia, escogieron a Manny Pacquiao en esa pelea. Tú estás frustrado que te están hablando que te van a quitar el cupo. He says he's not frustrated. He's continuing to train and fight. ¿Con quién va a pelear? He doesn't know yet who he's going to fight on August 21st, but they feel that he's a co-main event on that show.
Quick question. Polo J with in the red corner boxing would like to know, why is everybody ducking him, Eric? Why is everybody running from him?
Dice que quiere saber porque nadie quiere pelear contigo, como que todo el mundo lo está cogiendo. He really doesn't know why they're ducking him, but he's willing to fight anybody.
Thank you. Anything else, y'all? Anything else, y'all?
No, not right now.
Stay over there.
Stay over there, though.
I feel I am. I'm better body punching.
Who do we want to fight next? Who do you want to fight next?
Anybody. I'm willing to fight anybody.
Well, I mean, we know.
Mikey Garcia, Thurman, anybody. I'll fight anybody.
Tell him that I think he was screwed in the Sean Porter fight. Couldn't he fight Porter
Oh,
again?
yeah, he'll fight Porter again.
Because we know Jordanis isn't scared of anybody, but it kind of seems like he almost has not to the extent.
What's up, Detroit?
He's obviously a great fighter, and he's proving himself. He should be following these people right to make those big fights happen.
He says, yeah, he's going to take into account that he's going to start calling these people out more. See if they're willing to fight him.
Dennis, talk to us about your relationship with Aldis Chapman. Obviously, I know you're one of the biggest stars in the sport. He's one of the biggest stars in the sport. Talk to us about your relationship, and we see you guys very friendship. See you guys together
That's
a
a
lot.
bullshit question.
Exacto, lo digo que quiere que tú hables, yo sé que la relación que tú tienes con Chama, que es una relación He says Chama is his brother. He's a Cuban legend, and him and Chama are brothers.
Hey, Jordan, you know, I know you were on TV when he was still coming up. How much has he changed since you fought him when he was still a really young fighter?
Tú guateaste con Calefino cuando estaba joven, que cómo ha cambiado ahora que estamos adultos. It's been 3 years. He's a lot better than he was back then. So it was 3 years ago.
Do you think he wins his fight with Cambosos?
Creo que le gana a Cambosa, 100% he's gonna win.
And Mikey Garcia said that he's willing to go back down to 140 and fight your femur. What do you think?
Dice que Mikey García dijo que puede bajar a 140 pelear. Yeah, he's saying that he should stay up where he's fighting at.
He didn't say
Who
something.
is his favorite fighter to watch right now?
He's willing to fight. You guys are willing to fight anybody.
Who is his favorite fighter to watch right now?
Who's your favorite fighter to watch right now? Come from GMT Box.
His favorite fighter right now is Canelo.
All right,
What do
thank
you
you.
think
Caleb
about?
Plant does against him?
Como que no piensa
What
Yeah, he knows everything. Benavides, what about?
Canelo and Benavides.
He says it's a real good fight. What was that?
Is that the toughest fight out there for him, Benavides, or do you feel it's another fight?
Que esa sería la pelea más dura para Canelo. Well, he says Plan is very good also. Plan is also with Louis the Cougar.
Where does he rank himself Cuban fighters?
Like, you know, you see underestimated to that fight with Canelo.
No political question.
Yo creo que la gente no le está dando
Yes.
He said Plan has a very good style to give Canelo a good fight.
You see him spar up close, right, at the city boxing gym, right?
Tú lo has visto guantear. Yeah, very good. But he's been to his fights and then good, very good fights.
Dennis,
He says he's gonna do a video with you guys.
Michael, cuéntame. Hey, sweet.
Dennis, really quick.
That's dope.
Where does he rank
You said
himself
how
among
he enjoys watching Canelo fight. You like watching
great Cuban? I said, where does he rank himself among the great Cuban fighters?
Discussing who's pound for pound number one. It seems like everybody has either Canelo or Terrence Crawford. What are your thoughts on the pound for pound?
Canelo number one.
Canelo.
Where do you rank yourself in the
Come on, man.
in the great history of Cuban fighters? Where do you rank yourself?
What was that?
In the history of the Cuban fighters, where does he rank himself?
Bueno, fui campeón de peso welter en 50 años, 50 años. Peso welter no ganaba.
Well, he says it's been 50 years that a Cuban hasn't won the welterweight division. And he now is the welterweight champion in 50 years.
Right.
So he's number one.
Okay. That's what's up.
In 6 months, come back up.
6 months, he gonna know English.
I like the one thing we got out of that. The one thing we got out of that was
What was that? What? I'm sorry, sir.
he thought you was talking to him. Who is she? Who is she?
That's the one that being old, bro. She get all the interviews.
Yeah,
She
cause
the one got the interview with Lomachenko.
Oh, okay, that's what she is.
So she dropped it like, never mind.
Bro, she be here every time, bro. When y'all come out here, she gonna be here.
Yeah, I know who she is now. That's the one who was taking the picture with Bud. But let me get it off just you. But did y'all catch that? What was dope about that whole interview is that he said that basically if they strip him, he supposed to be the co-main event. So he knows he's not gonna be champion for long. He may be champion now. So that confirms that they are gonna take the belt from him.
Which is
If
bull
he's gonna
crap.
be the
Y'all want to know how you feel about that?
No, he already answered it.
He already answered that
He already answered it. Somebody asked that question.
Now, guess what? He's sitting right here. He
He
can
said,
hear y'all. Do y'all want to ask a question yourself?
"Nah, it's all good." I mean, every question was asked. That's why I was like, "Go
Every
back over
question
there."
was
That's
answered
why I was like,
already.
"Go back over there." Go. You know what I'm saying? Because
No, he's still sitting there. He's
no, I'm
chilling.
saying I ain't got no more though. That's what I'm saying. Everything I wanted to ask was asked. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Got
Everything
you.
I had.
All right, everybody that
That was
cleared
my
out of
main
here.
question. That was my main question. How
Right.
is if it's true that they was gonna take the belt? You know what I'm saying? And where did that leave him? He said basically, you know, they gonna take the belt and they gonna give him he gonna be on the undercard. You know what I'm saying? So
Look at that, man. Polo G's favorite fighter sitting right.
I didn't recognize him until he started smiling. That's crazy because nigga don't never stop smiling.
I
When he was
recognized
sitting there serious, I didn't
him
know who he
straight off
was.
the bat.
I
I didn't
bet y'all
recognize
can't
him
wait
until he
to come
started
out
smiling.
here, bro.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Is that top rank girl?
Yeah.
Get paid.
Let's roll, man. Let's go in the hallway. Let's see what's popping. Let me
Alright.
turn my light off. But y'all gonna be like a kid in the candy store when y'all come out here. Bud, well, I gotta respect Bud, bro.
Yeah,
He did acknowledge us.
and old boy didn't even get an interview. You hear me? So it was
And
serious.
you heard what Jay Prince said? Jay Prince said, "Hey, say New Orleans, you're working, huh?"
Right. Oh, that was Jay Prince that said that?
Yeah, that's what Jay Prince said. That. He said, "You're working, huh? You know."
Yeah, it's starting to get choppy already. Go ahead, Mrs. Z, man. If you get interviewed, let us know.
All right. How y'all doing? Let's see. I'm just gonna walk slow. All right, and this is where everybody's at right now. Let's see who out here.
That's a tight ass Warren Moon jersey.
I don't know who that is. Who is that? Who that is getting interviewed right there?
Oh, this Jay Prince. That's all rap a lot people.
I think we might have missed everybody staying on Ooh Guys. But I'm grateful for the Ooh Guys interview. I ain't gonna stunt.
I can't. Hold on, I can turn it now outside. Go ahead. Now what you said?
Now I'm saying that I think we probably missed a lot of people that we was at the Ooh Guys interview, but I'm grateful because that's a piece of vital information that got rumors circling around it. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
That we got people speculating. He just clarified it. I ain't heard.
And see, that's gonna be the good part. Oh no, that's Bud. That's Bud. But Bud saying he ain't taking no pictures. That's Bud right there.
Yeah, it's all good. I wouldn't harass him.
Y'all know, and I'm not gonna bother. I'm not even gonna put the camera on.
Yeah, be.
I'm not even gonna put the camera on the man out of respect.
Yeah. Who else down the hall? Anybody else? Or that's just.
Let's see. They got people walking down this way.
You guys leaving?
Let me just do some nigga shit. Okay, who guys fast? Let me just do some nigga shit and ask questions. Hold on. Y'all just respect this. Hold on.
All right.
Turn the camera off.
I did that.
Okay.
So you should be in on his butt. I was like, I'm looking at it. Trust me, when they go back up, I got it on there ready to pull the trigger. I thought he was going back up. I think we in his back pocket, ladies and gentlemen.
The interview with the back pocket.
Yeah,
Where do
that's
you
why I
see
tried to
your
tell him
future?
cut the phone off, or rather record it. You know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
So to be clear, because if you do get that butt interview, I would prefer it to be clean. That's huge.
But yeah, this slick fit though. I'm just showing you. This slick 50 and that's Polo J. With GLT boxing, a new boxing company, you know it's hard for the brother.
I already know the questions y'all gonna ask me, so I ain't trying to talk right now.
No.
You tell me what you want me to ask.
I ain't doing no
let it be, bro.
Once I give you an interview, then
Everybody gonna run right
and all that shit.
now.
I'm
This
just chilling right now.
understood. Understood. Now who I holler at you? Julie? You got a phone number or something? Just tell it to me. Julie Goldstein. Julie Goldstein. All right. Bro, respect that. But hey, sorry, I don't like pressing dudes. I'm just new, but I'm new at it, and like I said, this is the man everybody want to holler at. You feel what I'm saying? And I'm just trying to get it when I feel it. You know what I'm saying? Just holler at Julie.
I'm trying to get it how he live, but that's the door.
You got it, my brother. But yeah, man, that's my people right there. We just trying to get on, bro. Hey, if they can, I don't know. That is right there.
Right on, bro.
All right, y'all. Y'all be cool. You got that polo? Julie Goldstein.
Julie Goldstein. So you gotta go through Julie Goldstein to get to him?
Julie or Judy?
Oh, excuse me. All right, J Prince got the other crown.
I see what he doing. He tried not to answer no questions about him leaving Top Rank and all that stuff.
No,
they don't questions.
But y'all got that though, right?
Yeah.
Julie or Judy?
Let y'all know. We just want the public to know. I want slick investors to know. Everybody that wants to invest in the channel to know. We out here working for real, y'all. Come on now.
Yeah.
Give it up to us, bro.
Rob, get how you live, bro. They like, forget that. You gotta tell me something.
All right, I'm about to walk the other way.
All right.
All right. I know what I'm doing.
Sure.
What was the name of Rob?
Bro, the internet in here is exceptional, bro.
I don't think you can hear us. Can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Okay, what was the name of the lady he said to call?
Y'all want to do that on live, or you want to just do that afterwards?
Oh, I get it. Yeah. The name.
We don't want everybody doing it.
Yeah, that's what I think. I think he was like, because he was like, I already know the questions you go ask me. I don't think he wanted to talk about none of that extra stuff.
Hey, you know what I said? You tell me what you want me to ask you.
Right.
I just want a GMT in the red corner, Terrence Crawford, something.
That would have been.
Nobody else got.
So then what you had there? You turned the camera around. So see, there you go. I knew it was gonna happen sooner or later. When he popped back on, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna put him back on. But that's what I think it was. What you think it was?
He was worried about those same questions that he's been asking every day. But here's the thing: we know the answers to those questions. We have the answers to those questions. So we were going to talk more so about the boxing side of things.
Not the big one though. We don't got the answer to the big one. Was he gonna lead? Is he gonna lead Top Rank?
He's not answering that on anybody's platform.
Right. That's what I'm saying. I don't think it was just for us, but obviously people have been wanting to bum rush him with that questions. You know what I'm saying? Because it's getting closer to the end of that contract in that last fight.
That's true.
Because it's like, what else can you ask him though? Besides Shakur, how about Shakur Stevenson, but then if you ask him about that, then I feel like I really feel in my heart of hearts, I really feel like he just don't want to take the shine for Shakur.
Yeah.
And that's dope. That's what big brothers do, bro. Like, dog, it ain't about me. You know what I'm saying? Go highlight him.
All I was going to ask was, what are Shakur's keys to success in this fight?
Yeah, that would have been dope if he gave us that one question.
Oh my God.
Oh, y'all back? I didn't know I was back.
Yeah. When you freeze, I'm gonna just start putting you down at the bottom. Trying to take the advice that we got from the last stream and make it
right.
You know what I'm saying? So just
well, y'all, like I said, man, I just want to show everybody on live. These two brothers here, y'all know I'm Mr. Z talking. These two brothers here know how hard all the work we putting in. I just want y'all to see on live right there the work we putting in, bro. We trying to get everybody. We don't care. We get 5 views, 500, 5,000. We're gonna keep it boxing and get everybody. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And like I said, I mean, a lot of people don't know this. I'm gonna give y'all an insight of how us three get down. I texted them earlier that this man was gonna be here and we was gonna get this man on camera. Thanks be to God, y'all just seen it. It's real out here. It's one thing to come to Vegas, but you got to know where to be and how to be in places and how to conduct yourself. And you're going to get access. You know what I'm saying? But if you can't get access, sit comfortably in your homes and Slick 50 with GMT boxing and Polo J with In the Red Corner boxing are going to bring it to you.
Facts.
All you need to do is sub up and put them, what they call it, alerts or the bell or something or what?
Right, hit that bell and put it on all.
And we're going to bring it to you. You ain't got to do all the stressing and scribing and ducking and everything. We got to do it. Bring it to you.
That's a fact, sir.
Well, y'all, I think this going to close it up because, it's getting kind of thin in here. And just want to let everybody know, Slick and Polo gonna close it out. Y'all gonna finish up this live right quick. Hope y'all enjoyed the win. We'll see you tomorrow night for fight night, y'all.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you, Mr. Z.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. I'm signing out.
All right.
So, man, give me your take, man. So, and all, like for me, I really think that he wasn't trying to be an asshole. I really think, like, because if you watch him, that's his attitude anyway. It's like straightforward type cat. I don't think he was just trying to be an asshole. He like, oh, y'all already know what you gonna ask me. You know what I'm saying? Which we at the tail end of it. The man been walking out them halls since probably the beginning of the whole thing. People been trying to ask. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I think we was trying to be most respectable because I've been watching since we've been doing this. Most people don't even say bud. They just walk up and say, are you going to, you know what I'm saying? They think when they walk up and just say a question, he look at you like he just going to answer it. You get what I'm saying? And I also think he don't want to steal the shine from that man.
I think it's just a tough situation because, you get hounded everywhere you go, except for in the house with, are you leaving Top Rank? Or are you fighting Earl? This, that, every day, to where we forget that this is an actual human being, an actual man.
Right.
To where he gets tired. He needs his space also. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I'm not upset about not in an interview or nothing like that. That's fine because all things happen in due time.
Right. Oh, we gonna get that interview.
He waved at us.
But we get an interview, bud.
We're gonna get it.
Interview.
Come hell or high water, we're gonna get it. It's just
you might see 3 of us at one time next time.
Yeah, it's just I'm not gonna cry over milk that was never even poured.
Yeah, ain't nobody you
know what I mean? So shout out to Bud. Get you some rest, man. I hope that you find some mental solace, and whatever decisions that you make, I hope that you make the best ones that are best for you and your family.
Facts. And shout out to Ugas, man, for just being an open book. He wasn't afraid at all, and I think that's dope with all the speculations going on in the magazines to the sports outlets to YouTube about that situation. He didn't have no problem saying like, "Yo, yeah, they supposed to take it." He didn't say it in the words, but the minute he said, "I'm champion, but I'm supposed to co-main event," how does that happen? So he know that they gonna take it. You know
So
what I'm
he's
saying?
supposed to co-main event. He's fighting.
He's fighting. He said they told him he's supposed to co-main event the Earl Spence and Pacquiao fight. So that says that right there. Now, what's gonna come along with that? I wonder if they gonna try to give him a shot.
Well, the way I can see that they can finagle this one is keep it all hush hush,
right?
And
right,
put out
right.
pressure that he relinquished the belt or something like that, because he wants a larger opportunity. So that's the way I think that they're going to finagle this. And then he's going to still be there after fight, depending on how much damage punishment he's taking in the co-main. He'll be the one in the audience, or he'll hop in the ring and challenge the winner.
That's what I would do. But shoot, that's kind of if Earl, because right now I know Bud rooting for Earl right now. Just for simple fact, if he get all the belts, that's easy work for Bud, and then Bud get to fight Earl because Earl stated that he would fight Bud when he wins against Pacquiao. That's how he put it. When I win against Pacquiao, I want to make that fight with Bud. You know what I'm saying? So,
I mean, but
so I know he rooting for him, but at the same time, like you said, I wonder will Ugas be that in between fight for Earl before he fight a Bud Crawford?
Well, couldn't he be an in-between fight for Terrence also?
Yeah, but I'm gonna fight the man who got my belt.
I mean,
if he get that shot, and that's a fact too, right there. That's a good scenario because if he can't get that, the next best thing would be fight Bud. Let it be down there like an eliminator. Because if Bud loses, nobody's gonna want to see Bud fight Earl.
Exactly,
They
but
want to see Ugas.
there's still more factors to this, though. I mean, Thurman is throwing his hand in the race. Porter still has his hand in the race. Those two guys, along with Ugas, they have viable points to want to challenge Earl.
Oh yeah, and I will say this, man. I know the rumors going around. I forgot who reported on Twitter, but he said that there's I don't want to say rumors, but it was another word that was used that we may see a Thurman and Sean Porter too.
Speculation that
yeah, but he has sources though, but it ain't out yet. But that's what I'm saying. Allegedly, we may see that, and I won't be mad because the fight was so close between. Sean always got close fights, man. He just got to get over that hump. I be rooting for Sean, bro. It's just that hump, it'll be something happen, where you be like, oh, Sean got this. And then it'd be the one thing that happened, be like, dang, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, it is. But so I hope they do get this one on. I would like to see that. Especially I want to say I keep Thurman. He's saying he changed his ways. He's more grittier now and all of that.
Can I propose an idea?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. This process would take about 1.5 years. Because it gives the fighters time to recover. You have your Thurman versus Porter. Then you have your Bud versus Ugas. The winner of those two fights fight each other in a title eliminator.
Right. I can see that. And that's what's crazy because even though you take that belt and get away from Ugas, it still put him in the top 3 that would deserve a shot.
He's in the top 5 of the division.
Well, yeah, top 5, I'm saying though, but he clearly was now, the question beforehand, he has the belt, it was given to him. So he had the belt, right? Mm-hmm. And the question was, okay, he's gonna fight Earl. Everybody felt like Earl was gonna whitewash him, which I don't think it was gonna be that easy, right? Now, at the end of the day, right, you take that belt, it was crazy. You take that belt away from him, give it to Pacquiao. It's almost put him in a stronger place to have a shot for even bigger opportunity. How does that work? Are you getting what I'm saying here?
I get what you're saying.
Now, if he beats Pacquiao, right? And if Ugas fight Bud, if he beats Bud, it's like now it's Mando. You got to see me for all the straps. You understand what you get? What I'm saying? Because now I got Bud strap. Now you got to see me. Like it's like
you got my strap off of circumstance.
Yeah. So you get what I'm saying? And I got the strap you need. So you got to see me. So it's like it puts him in an even greater situation, even though it looks like he being played. If that's how the scenario would play out, because that's what I would be campaigning for. Yeah, and it's perfect because Bud need a fight.
Yeah, it puts him in a proverbial catbird seat. It puts him up there.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's all kinds of ways and scenarios that this thing can play out. All kinds of ways, and it's just the math to it. The math to it is too much, and I think we're making it too much when it's so much simpler than what we think it is.
Well, that's all you can do is call speculation. Goddamn me, when you don't know the plan, you know what I'm saying. But like I said, but I was just thinking in my head, like, okay, take it then, take the belt. If Earl win it, and if Bud choose to fight, because like I said, Bud actually needs a fight. He's not lined up to fight nobody. If he fight Ugas, right? Which is a reputable name, because everybody keeps saying Bud don't fight names and all this. Everybody know who Ugas is. If he fight Ugas, and Ugas was subject to win that fight and take a strap, what makes it better is because he went and earned the strap. It wasn't given to him, and he beat the man to get that strap, the WO. And then now the three strap holder got to see me.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
Like, to be unified. If he wants to be unified, truly, he has to come over.
Right. So it's a trip. Like, oh dang, they take a belt, but you kind of almost put me in a better situation. As long as Bud fight him, you get what I'm saying? And he got a shot to do it. To me, that's crazy how the math of boxing can work.
Whew, it's almost worse than calculus.
That's some crazy stuff, man. What you think about Keith Thurman talking about you really don't need 4 belts to be undisputed?
That's a bold-faced lie because he's basing all this off of the franchise belt, which gave him absolute power.
Well, that too, he said also because some countries doesn't recognize the IBF and
but other countries, we don't fight in other countries.
Right. That's why I was like, how does he gets to say that? And people holding it up was like, well, now people are saying, well, technically Earl is undisputed because he about to get this 3rd belt. He gonna be undisputed. I'm like, no, that's majority belt holder. They used to say these terms back in the day. Back in the day, I wish we can't go back in the day where make people fight people. Okay, but the rules could go back. I'm talking about subtle things, not rules. Okay, if you got
subtle terminology,
right? If you got 3 belts, you become majority belt holder. You're unified. You're unified with 2 belts, ladies and gentlemen. Let's make it clear. 3 belts, you become majority belt holder. Okay, 4 belts, you're undisputed. We need them rules to come back into play and made clear to the public. That's why we're here for y'all. Another thing that needs to be separated in boxing. I'm tired of a lot of these boxers that are good, but they get a lot of knockouts on their record when they're not knockouts. They're stoppages. They're TKOs. If you go look at any old film, it used to say knockouts, TKOs. It was separate. It was separate. If that man didn't go to sleep, you didn't KO him.
Well, you got to understand that was done more so for the casual fan to get them more involved in the sport because they're not going. Not everybody knows a technical knockout is a TKO, but the terminology of that term, you know, it says it all. Technical. So technically, it's a knockout, but it's not. Right. Not, but technically, it is. So that was just done for the casual fan, just to give them more, you know, appeal to the sport.
Right. I get that, but it don't. But it damages as well.
It does.
We're not here to make dummies, and I'm not calling nobody no dummy. But I'm saying when you listen to dummy rules that aren't real, and then I got people quoting this shit to me. You know, when I watch Earl, and they say not Earl, but say you just watch something. I'm not even gonna use him. Just say you watched a boxer. They be like, oh, man, he said, what you talking about? His last 5 fights was all knockouts. And then you come to me and you say that to me. I'm like, no, 2 of them was, 3 were technical knockouts. Man, it's all the same. No, the fuck it's not. Dude was still standing on his feet. He just wasn't swinging back, and they stopped the fight.
That's a technical knockout.
So it's not a knockout. So, but you got people believing. You get what I'm saying? Oh man, he got 5 knockouts. No. And that creates a disconnect between a boxer, a boxing fan who really, really cares about boxing, and then the ones who don't, who care about boxing, but they just want to watch it. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But if you bridge that gap by quit changing terms, you'll bridge that gap. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I had a interesting debate with a gentleman in my comment section over a video over something similar to this, and it just shows that it's not just the casual fan. It's a lot of this media outlets also that are doing this, and
they're pumping it. They're pumping it.
They're pumping it to people to where they're believing this as scripture, as actual gospel,
right?
When it's just a theory, basically at this point. But they're not seeing it that way,
right?
But yeah, I just lost my train of thought.
I know it was funny though. I ain't gonna say that was funny, but no, on everything though. So like you got these media outlets that will pump a rumor quick and then switch up quick. That's damaging in itself. If I say like, oh shoot, Bud fight Ugas, instead of me saying what if Bud fight Ugas, I'm like, so when Bud fight Ugas, you know, that's how the shit go, blah blah blah. People gonna run with that, right? Then people get excited. Oh, that's dope. Hey, I heard Bud go fight Ugas. Then the telephone game gets applied to it. You get what I'm saying? Now, but because I lied, now it's not going to happen. Now we got a lot of people who are let down because a lot of people wanted to see it.
Well,
now it's not going to happen, and that straight people away from it too. And I watched that countless times. ESPN reporting rumors.
Yeah.
And you're big enough, you are a big enough outlet to really find out the truth if you wanted to.
That's true. But you got to remember, we live in a clickbaity society. So that's trickled down from YouTube to the actual plain corporatized media to where they're getting clickbaity with rumors and suggestions and all this different type of stuff and passing it off as fact. It's damaging to the sport, honestly. It really is, because with the whole Mikey Garcia Manny Pacquiao thing, he did not know that he was supposed to fight him.
Right. He was like, I found out just like y'all found out. You know what I'm saying?
See that?
Like, he didn't know. He didn't know he was on the list. Exactly. But that made it sound like he had a contract. He already saw it and all this crap. And none of that took fruition.
And then, like earlier, when they were saying that Pacquiao and Bud were in contract negotiations.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Things like that. It caused both parties to be like, what the fuck? I never said, what the heck? I never said that.
Right.
Never said that. So why would I do it now? It benefits me no good now to even try to promote something like that, because it's already out there as speculation.
Exactly.
So.
Exactly. So it's like, in order to get these fans in line, and not being disrespectful, but I'm saying that for everybody just to be on one accord, right? Come to GFT Boxing and in the red corner boxing with Polo J if you want the truth and learn some real stuff. You understand me? Yes. That's just how it gotta be. That's it. That's it. Because found a whole lot of these other cats, man, they not gonna give you, they gonna give you what you want to hear. They're not gonna give you what you need to know. It's a big difference. You know what I'm saying? And that's not a shot to nobody. It's just that I see a lot of people, soon as they see a article, they run and go make a video, and then it don't pan out.
They report on the headline, but not the article.
You know what I'm saying? What'd you say?
They report on the headline, but not the article.
Right. They don't actually read the full thing, and then or they'll put in the headline, oh, blah 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 is fight blah blah blah, and then when you click on it, then they say allegedly, and then so you think when you clicked on the video it's gonna be fact. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. We gonna always lead with the truth, bro. Like I said, you just heard us play scenarios out that could pan out, but we didn't tell you that's what it was gonna be. You know what I mean? Whatnot.
But here's the thing though. If you stick around here long enough, usually our predictions come to fruition.
And we ain't been wrong yet, though. it be predictions, but it be ifs. But our ifs have panned out. I ain't gonna say.
These have been more than theories. These have been actual hypotheses.
I promise you.
For our boxing scientific method, and they come to fruition. A lot of them come to fruition.
I promise you.
Like we announced that either Bud or Spence would fight Manny Pacquiao to force terms and negotiation for their fight.
Yep.
And we did say that there was going to be some people left out. There was going to be some odd men out, including Ugas and Sean Porter.
Yeah.
Now, the whole thing with Keith Thurman, that's a welcome surprise. That's a welcome surprise because we thought he was just done.
Nah, there's still money. He still got money to be made.
Yeah,
he's fresh. He's still fresh. He still could fight. You know what I mean? And like I said, if you put a Keith Thurman and Sean Porter, is it pay-per-view worthy? I don't think so. Unless Thurman get out here and fight a couple of people and get his rep all the way back up. But if he does it, that's a good fight to put on regular TV, though. You know what I mean? A exciting fight. That's gonna be a good. And might be mad enough it wasn't on pay-per-view because it's gonna be that good. Because Sean gonna come to fight.
Sean's always gonna come to fight. He's
Sean gonna give us a game. People try to step on Sean. Sean that dude, bro. Sean that dude that don't nobody want to give a second chance. You get in the ring with him. Because Thurman giving Sean Porter, that's one thing went up that he'll be able to talk about. You know Thurman like to talk.
Yeah. Yeah, he does.
Thurman beat Sean twice. He gonna be saying, I'm the only person to beat Sean twice. Everybody else scared to give Sean a second chance. I bet you. Now take that to the bank. I bet you he gonna say that.
But that makes sense. It makes sense.
Yeah. He go. But I'm saying now he not. When I say he gonna say it, I'm talking about Thurman. He gonna rub it in. He gonna rub it in.
Jeez.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
That's what's crazy. So I think that's dope. You know what I'm saying? The little scenarios playing out, and we need to talk more about the top 5 versus the upcoming 5 all the time. You know what I'm saying? I like Devin Haney. I like my SHAKUR Stevenson. I like Lomachenko. I like Tank. I like all them. We can't forget about the people who are in their prime right now. The prime is when it goes down. This is why we so hard up on them to fight each other because they past their prime. Ain't nobody gonna want to see it.
That was about to be my point because what is the point of talking about the people in their prime when the people in their prime are trying to fight somebody who's past their prime?
Right, and that's what I call the Mayweather effect. That's what I call the Mayweather effect.
I call these boxers Mayweather's children.
Right. And I'm pretty sure you feel that way too.
His influence is it damaging?
It's to a degree. I like that he influenced boxing in a great way. I do like that he influenced boxing to say, hey, you do know the promoter work for you. You do know you should be making most of the money. You do know it's such as A side. I do like that he promote, hey, learn to try to handle your own business. If not, hire people that can handle, you know what I mean, your business and have you in best interest. I like that. What I don't like is the formula that he used that worked for him. Everybody else think that it could work for them. You see what I'm saying? Like, for instance, let's be honest. Money Mayweather fought people coming out of their prime. They weren't. A lot of people were in their prime. You know what I'm saying? That's just the truth, bro. You know what I'm saying? They don't take nothing from them because they were champions, but those champions weren't all in their prime. And you got boxers today doing what? These boxers that are in their prime are fighting people who are either not in their prime or past their prime, bro. I heard somebody say, "Hey man, hey, that's when you get them." If I was Tank, dude, I go on to fight Devin Haney. Get him. That was Tim Bradley. Go on and get him out of there right now. I didn't like him saying that because the reason he said get him out of here right now because he's inexperienced. I thought this was a champion sport. I thought we want to fight the best when they're the best. Not just for a cash grab and be able to say I beat Devin Haney and think people are not going to look at the win you beat Devin Haney. This is why we get champions in the beginning that lose, have four losses on their record, right? If you go look at them 4 losses, chances are they were in the beginning, but after them 4 losses, they have become the champion and they haven't lost since. You know why? Because they became more experienced.
Well, these fighters are not given enough time in the amateurs anymore either.
Facts.
They're not. They're automatically fast tracked to the pros. I remember you would have at least 10 to 15 amateur fights before you went pro.
Well, shit, you had more than that. You had hundreds for real. You had some people who had hundreds of fights, bro. Hundreds. Some 100, some here and there. You know what I mean? Some are special talents where if you kept them in amateurs, it could be more damaging. I get that. There are some special cases like that, you know, whatever. But the sport of boxing just needs to get back like that. And the people need to open their mouth. The people need to, if the fight wasn't right, boo it.
It's not that the people, it's the influencers.
Yeah.
Because so many people are hungry for somebody to tell them what's right and what's wrong.
Right. There you go.
Instead of having critical thinking about what you're seeing, they'll watch the fight. They'll say that they enjoyed the fight. They'll come on YouTube, and then their opinion is swayed and say that no, that was a bad fight. Like the fight with Josh Taylor. Josh Taylor's fight was a phenomenal fight. Phenomenal fight.
Yes, it was. And what people did see, people would see it on TV. I'm like, I didn't see that. Josh Taylor went through some stuff in the early rounds. Oh boy, it looked like he was going to win.
He was going to beat him. Ramos looks like
on TV, they talking something totally different. Like, you know what I mean? Totally different. And I'm like, I don't know what y'all saw. He caught the rhythm, and old boy kind of punched himself out, and he slowed up a whole lot. Well, Ramos, he was bringing it. He was bringing the pain. You know what I'm saying? And he wobbled dude one time. So like certain stuff, like I said, with the Devin Haney fight as well.
Yeah, I was just about to bring that up.
They talk about his chin, that one punch, but it was 4 punches that led up to that one punch. So if he could take 4 of the same clean punches, you best be sure that 5th one better do something. But we talk about the same man who took 1 shot at Lomachenko and dropped him. Yeah. How are you trying to say that man's chin is garbage, but you're not saying Lomachenko chin is garbage? This is where people, I tell them, like, you got to watch. Some people watch boxing, and then you got people who watch boxing. You get what I'm saying?
Yes.
And this is instead of just promoting the knockout. Like I say, it's not called knockout. It's called boxing for a reason.
Like, there's so many intricate skills that go into boxing. Like being able to slip, being able to turn a fighter, all these different things are very vital to boxing.
Right.
And people, the casual fan, how do I say this? The casual fan lets their ignorance guide them. To where I'm not going to say any names or nothing like that. But they let a biased opinion sway them in a direction that causes more damage for the sport than what is warranted. You know, even with the Devin Haney fight, Devin Haney performed masterfully.
Yeah.
They make it seem like Floyd never got popped. Floyd got popped before.
A couple of times.
He's been popped a few times.
And that dude got lucky because a couple of them was at the bell.
Yeah. But did that deter him from winning the fight?
Heck no. And what skill did he go back to?
He went back to his defensive stance.
And boxing.
In boxing. Does that mean that Floyd is garbage? No. Does this mean that Devin Haney is garbage? No. And okay, take it a step farther. Go up some divisions. Deontay Wilder, Tyson Fury. See, people are trying to manufacture a bad guy so much between Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury that the boxing gets lost in translation.
Right.
I believe wholeheartedly that a lot of these media outlets, a lot of these channels are trying to project Tyson Fury as this big bad wolf, a great white hope, so to say, when that's not even his culture.
Right.
That's not even his culture.
Right.
They're failing to read and have critical thinking, and it's depressing. It may sound like I'm saying a whole bunch of nonsense and a whole bunch of nothing, but this is the state of boxing right now. There's no thinkers.
Right, that's a fact. No, you're 100%. There are always somebody trying to create a narrative, right?
Yes.
And it's sometimes the narrative can be good.
Well,
Sometimes the narrative could be you exploiting that person's weaknesses and his attributes, his legit good attributes. To sometimes these guys are exploiting to the fact now, which I believe you're saying is that the story really has nothing to do with the person. It's like a made up, like you're reading a comic book.
It's when people have turned the narrative into the weakness.
Yeah,
the narrative is the weakness now.
Right, because the narrative become the hype, and people start riding that hype, that wave.
Yes.
You know, like for instance, I'll give you one. Deontay Wilder. Think now his latest excuse is, and I did say excuse. His latest excuse is race played a part. He said it was white privilege now that why Tyson Fury won. He's the only one playing the race card, but people will call it Tyson Fury racist.
When that's not, like I said before, that's not even his culture.
Right.
Does anybody know about the gypsy suffrage? I mean, I'm not trying to compare, what the Black American has went to.
Right, both went through both.
Yeah,
but he holds dear to his heart about his people, just like we hold dear to ours. But it's only been one sided where somebody been bringing up the race card. And it started the day he lost, where he said, "Till this day," and he brought that up to Radio Raheem when he brought it up to him. And he said, "No, I don't know what you're talking about." He said, "You know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about." He couldn't beat Tyson Fury in talking, so he pulled the race card. So then that made Tyson Fury That made Tyson Fury have to go on the defense, like, "Yo, ain't nothing about me racist. I ain't never said nothing racist to him or nothing." So it stopped him from joning on him as he was. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But at the end of the day, it also made him have to lead up to that moniker of him fighting and talking about racism. Then it was Black History Month on top of that, and then you lost. That has to be one of the biggest embarrassments.
Well,
whatnot. And now you back and you starting the race card again.
Well, the problem with that is the fact that I'm not trying to bring up names, but there's a section of media that has deified this man, made them their king.
Yeah, yes men. That's why I got it. Yes men.
Yeah, they've made this man their king. They made this man their leader.
Right.
But a true king knows when to speak and when not to speak.
Right.
A true leader knows the ins and outs of, the things that are going on, and he knows to have tact. Right. See, you can't deify a man with flaws, especially when the flaws are on full display for the world to see in his, provided profession. That's like me saying Ryan Leaf was the greatest quarterback ever. Greatest quarterback ever. Because his average from 5 to 10 yards was spectacular. So he was the greatest quarterback ever. But in all actuality, he didn't last that long in the league.
Right.
And now bring that to Deontay. Deontay is the greatest boxer we've ever seen. Greatest boxer we've ever seen. But in all actuality, he's just a puncher.
Yeah. Now let's leave it at that puncher. But do you think that what he's learning that with Malik Scott is that actually gonna be able to translate in the fight?
I give it 3 rounds
of him trying it.
Because we've seen this with Andy Ruiz recently.
Yeah.
He for the first 3 rounds, he tried the Canelo game plan.
Yeah.
Protect yourself at all times, there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that.
Right.
And stick and move. Turn your opponent and score points and land heavy shots when they are there.
Right.
Arreola mitigated that plan by being a puncher, being a bruiser.
And being in his face.
Yes. Which got that game plan out of the way to where Andy had to revert to what Andy knows. Punch when being punched. Punch when being punched. See, Deontay, I believe, will go back to just trying to windmill and just throw the heavy overhand right at all times. And that's just going to sucker right into the Tyson Fury's game plan.
Yeah. And I feel kind of the same way. But I ain't gonna lie. I hope that he learned that out of all the boxing he's doing, I hope that he learned that the body shots he can't get away from. If he gonna have any shot to take Tyson Fury down, he gonna have to work that body. He didn't throw nothing at the body last time. Like it was like he just wanted to headhunt and knock out. You don't have to be the greatest boxer to win fights. I've seen bums win fights, bro. You know what I'm saying?
See, and
it's just about strategy, you know what I mean? And
that's my problem with Wilder. You have such a heavy hand. Such a heavy hand. What would a liver shot do in your repertoire?
Right, exactly.
What would a good jab or straight to the solar plex do?
Right.
You have such a heavy head. I believe the accuracy isn't there. And I think that's why he doesn't do that. Instead of training with Mark Breland, he should have been training with, I forgot the gentleman's name.
Well, Mark Breland never got really a chance to train him, according to Mark Breland.
Well, when
he had to go through JDs, he had to go through JDs, and then JGs would tell him. And if he wanted to do it, he'd do it. If he did, he did. So then we can't take nothing from Mark Breland. Mark Breland was a champion in his own right. He came up with Sweet Pea and all of them. So
yeah,
you know what I mean?
That's true.
I honestly believe, like you said, use that heavy hand in other places, project that energy in other places. And like I also said, it's not always being about the prettiest fight. Right now, everybody like, look, he learning. Look, you don't have to be the prettiest fighter or the smartest fighter to win a boxing match.
No.
Okay. This ain't fighting in the street. You get what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. It's a chess match. It's who got the better game plan. And he needs to learn what's good for him. Fighting somebody that's tall, you got to chop the tree down. You can't just sit there and be trying to shoot up, and tire yourself out by doing that.
Well,
you got to do what works for you.
I think it goes into the corner also.
Yeah.
You can't have a bunch of yes men in your corner telling you what you want to hear.
I'll just say because since when you listen to the corner?
Like, I know for a fact in the first fight between Fury and Wilder, there were things that his corner could have told him that could have really benefited him.
Yeah.
Like he could have rolled the last 3 rounds out by just throwing a punch and going into the clinch.
Right.
To where Fury's going to be throwing punches from the clinch, but they're not going to be significant punches and they're not going to count towards points. He was already ahead in the fight.
But what you just said could actually benefit him this time around. He should be the one clinching and punching versus letting Tyson Fury clinch and punch him.
Yeah.
Because that's what happened the second time. When Fury was walking in punching him, when he got too close, he grabbed him and laid on him.
I think the thing that killed Deontay in the second fight was his tank. You can make all the excuses
That too.
for
but
the
having 280 pounds lay on you got a big.
why is he getting that close to
thing.
you?
You know what I'm saying? Right, that's what I'm saying. But if he would have beat Tyson Fury to the clinch, you get what I'm saying? And he could let go what he want to. It's the difference of you being held and you bottled up versus you bottling them up. And then you can let go. You want to step to the side and still on them and move. You know what I'm saying? Because fight somebody that tall, you're not gonna be able to sit there and get 3, 4, 5 punches off, bro. It ain't finna fucking happen, man.
No.
You want to stick and move. Literally, what it say? Stick and move. You know what I'm saying? So then when you get too close to him, grab him. You know what I'm saying? Contain that nigga and then let him go and move out the way. You know what I'm saying? For instance, perfect video. Ricky Hatton Mayweather. When Ricky had got too goddamn close, either Mayweather finna grab his ass or he heard him spit out the way. You know, standing there and Mayweather understood I'm not gonna be able to get no more about 2, 3 punches at a time, and he really rarely got that. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
It's the same thing because Ricky Hatton was way bigger than Mayweather. You feel me?
Like
so it's the same philosophy. You can't just think you fucking Goliath and you're not Goliath in the ring. You see what I'm saying?
You know, it comes down to the fact that with certain fighters, their demise is their own hype.
Yeah.
Your hype is what got you beat. So he had to put him away with the big right hand. He had to, or else his hype, his legacy with the fans would have been tarnished. And you see that happen. So what do you have to fall back on at that point is all excuses. I had this point in my eye. It was too much sweat. It was this. It was that. It was the costume, my bicep, the egg weights, all these different excuses.
And now it's white privilege.
And white privilege to make up for the fact that somebody was better than you that day.
Yeah. And like I said, sir, the tables had turned. You weren't Goliath that day. In all your other fights, you were Goliath. In this fight, you were David. And you finna be David on this fight. And you gonna have to fight like David. You got to put your all into this fight. You got to step to that man like a man, but you got to have a game plan where you go understand that you can't just stand still. You can't do that. Now, I hope you can. I hope he can apply what Malik Scott is teaching him. I like what I see, right?
Mm-hmm.
But it's different when you get under them lights. All that can go out the window.
Well, I'm disappointed in what I've seen with Malik Scott. Okay. And I can explain it to you. You're showing combos, you're throwing combos to the body. But the main thing that needed to be worked on, like I said, was your tank. Where's the videos of road work?
There you go. You know what? I didn't think about that. And I don't have them anymore, but I had at least 3 videos where he said, "Yeah, I don't run. I don't do that. I don't run." He told Seth Rogen that he don't run.
Natural ability will only get you about 3 or 4 rounds.
Yeah, he said he don't run. It was another video where he was with the fire department.
Mm-hmm.
He was like, "Man, I don't know how y'all run." He's like, "Bruh, that was the biggest thing, especially being a man at his height.
Mm-hmm.
Gotta have wind. You know what I'm saying? Because he's one of them cats where he's heavy up top and not too big at the bottom. Because you can see, and this is not no Joan, y'all, but if you look at the pictures, he don't do leg day.
No,
real talk, he don't. So he's hit more heavy up top than anything. And one of the things that besides your shoulders and your arms that need to be strong, first and foremost, need to be your legs. So where your power gonna come from? You know what I mean? And that plays a big part in that. Like and like I said again, I'm not joning for somebody trying to take a sound bite or something. I'm joning on a man. I done seen several pictures. He's heavy up top. You know what I'm saying? He's small down bottom.
Mm-hmm.
And that played a part, like he said, fatigue.
Mm-hmm.
Fatigue, bro. He was throwing, when he threw a punch, he was throwing like his life depended on it. You know what I mean? And it was so early he was doing that, had no reason to do that. But, you know, I consider make excuses up for him all day, the vest and the suit and all this stuff. And the point is, when he fight, what is it? July 27th when they fight
July
24th.
24th.
July 24th when they get in that ring. I want Deontay to win. He the home team.
Yeah.
I do. I want him to freaking win, bro. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I want him to alleviate those. I want him going there clear-minded, alleviate those any excuse or reason that he believe, and understand that none of that can fight the fight that you win. Only you could do it. You go out to be clear-minded, sound-minded, and it's gonna be might be a long night, but you go out to have the patience to pull it out.
That's true.
You go out to hit and not get hit. You got to have in your head, you may not knock him out. Fight a good fight. You get what I'm saying? Take the opportunities when you see.
There's nothing wrong with having a few 9-8 rounds.
Yeah.
There's
and make it competitive, man. Make it competitive. But I want for all the people who act like I'm a Deontay, they said no. I'm just I don't like excuses, bro. I don't live my life like that. I don't. If I choose to do something that failed, guess what? It failed because I chose to do it. It didn't fail because something else happened. It failed because I chose to go that route. You see what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, I chose that. I don't care what happened. It could start raining. Oh, but I chose to go at that time. I probably should have took my butt earlier. That's how I look at stuff. I'm a no excuse cat. So if that happened to me, I would have been like, okay, that suit, I should have wore that. I should have done a whole lot of stuff. You see what I'm saying?
Especially
who knows? He could have had sex. He could have. A lot of people don't know too. Having sex is draining. That's why you ain't supposed to have sex. Do a training camp. You ain't supposed to do that after training camp.
Mm-hmm.
You know, a lot of people don't understand that, and that's real. You can't trust me. Your legs be weak as I don't know what. So it's a whole lot of variables, but again, there's still at the end of the day, guess whose fault it is? He is. So when people making all these excuses for him, holding him up as their king, bruh, what king ain't conquered? Because he ain't conquered that castle yet, and he need to just be clear-minded, and y'all do need to do is just support him. But making excuses for people is not support. It's not.
It's hampering.
Cheer them on. Send them email say, we want you to win, champ. When he said, like, right, he was in an interview with the guy who was just announcing, all right, who was just announcing the weigh-in. And he said, and forgive me, I forgot your name, but he was like, I'm coming back for blood. Guess what? That's all the speech I needed to hear. I don't need the excuses. I would prefer him took that interview, sat down and said, heard the question, answered it, and be like, man, look, I'm answering nothing else like how Bud just did this. I'm coming back for blood and get up and walk off. That's what all I needed right there. You know what hype that would have created? You wouldn't have needed no excuses. You wouldn't need, and that would have told me where your head is. I'm coming to win. You see what I'm saying?
I would have preferred him not to answer any questions.
Yeah, or whatever. Right, and just show up.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Or whatever. Like, that's what I would want. You know, when Mike lost, Mike didn't make 101 excuses. Mike he said, man, you know, this is boxing. You get your budget. You know what I'm saying? I can't curse, but y'all know what I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm.
And he came back strong. Look, it happens to everybody. I know he wanted to keep that 10-year going, but hey, it happened. You got a chance to get the belt back. I'm just hoping he's serious. Because like I said, I want to see him win. And sometimes, like before a piece of the conversation we just had before, there's people who lost and maybe he needed to lose to wake him back up.
Perfect example of that. Perfect example, Anthony Joshua.
Yeah. He took and the crazy part that was the same scenario. He thought Andy Ruiz was a stepping stone. He thought Andy Ruiz was a tomato can. He was like, I'll be able to fly through this little dude. He ain't nothing. I believe the same thing with Deontay when he fought Tyson Fury the first time. You know why he fought Tyson Fury? Tyson Fury only had fought 2 tomato cans and he got that fight, right? Why would I give a man that fight? You know why? Because I was going to fight AJ. And who's tall like AJ? Tyson Fury, right? So let me get in here and test the waters to see how I feel to fight a tall man that's 6'9" and all of this stuff like that, right?
Right.
But lo and behold, all that mouth talking that Tyson Fury was talking, he could actually back it up.
Just like Andy Ruiz.
And it turned around. Andy Ruiz got knocked down, didn't he?
Yeah.
Got back up and won. Tyson Fury got knocked down twice and arguably won that fight.
But here's the thing, though. Here's the thing that separates Joshua from Wilder. The second fight, Anthony Joshua came back in the greatest shape I've ever seen him in.
Me too, but I still think he was a little too little, though.
No, he was in the greatest shape I've ever seen. If he lost a lot of that muscle weight. That's what he needed. That's what he needed. He came back in the greatest shape I've ever seen him in. And he came in and he dominated the fight.
Right, he came back with that 1976 Afro.
Yes.
And all that.
You could tell that he was in camp for a long time.
Yeah, he had the little beads on his beard.
Yes. He look, put
it was like I look at him. It was like I look at him.
Comes into the ring looking ugly. He about to put in work.
I promise you. Every time I looked at it, it was like I just saw all making my head. The Rocky music just started playing. Like he just been in the cave somewhere just practicing. But I will say this: he didn't make no excuse, and you didn't hear nothing from AJ. He came back when it was time to almost getting towards fight date. He said, "I'm taking my belts back," and guess what? He did it. I don't hear no excuse about Andy Ruiz was overweight. Nope. That ain't got nothing to do with AJ. AJ didn't tell him eat that candy bar.
Mm-hmm.
AJ didn't tell him do none of that. You know what I'm saying?
What did Andy do? He went in and went back to the lab and fixed his issues.
Exactly. Sometimes people need to lose. Because let's go back to Deontay. Because a lot of people don't understand about Deontay. Deontay with the low BDB haircut. That Deontay had a right hand and left hand. They used to say he has power in both hands, and he does have power in both hands. He had a jab. See, people, it was the people he got hooked when he got to Stavern and he knocked him out with that one punch. It was like that's all he felt he needed because that's what he became known for. But before that, the man that was in the Olympics had a right hand and had power in both hands and had an okay jab. Now, he wasn't the best boxer in the world, though, but because he started late. But he still had more tools than as of late. Yeah. So maybe this shocks him and at least bring that little bit back because he didn't even have a jab in the Tyson Fury fight. Like he'll use for like some type of feint to set up that straight right he throws or that over right hand he throws. But other than that, you can't just keep you doing this and then or do this and then you can't do that. You're gonna have to switch it up. Because once you do that one too many times, I'm gonna time it. I know when I start seeing this, I know what you finna do. So, like I say, sometimes it take a person to lose to actually learn. You see what I'm saying? So, I'm hoping we see a different Deontay. He stepped to Tyson Fury. I do. I really do. Am I team Deontay? I'm not team nobody. But he is the home team. All right. I don't want all the belts over there. I'm just competitive like that. I don't want all the belts over there, bro. We need some belts here because little belts mess around, go over there, don't come back. You know what I'm saying?
For at least a decade.
Right, because what was it? I can't remember. But the last undisputed was Lennox Lewis.
The last undisputed American was Tyson.
So I'm talking about the last undisputed in that weight class was Lennox Lewis.
Yeah.
All right. So we can't let that go. We can't let that happen again. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I mean? I can talk all the stuff I want, but at the end of the day, I definitely want the man to win, you know. But now let's get to the side. Let's get to the truth of the matter of it's not about what we always want. It's about what we might get. Tyson Fury most likely gonna win that fight. I'm just gonna tell y'all straight up. You know what I'm saying? I gotta be honest with you. He most likely gonna win that fight, bro. But I'm still rooting for dude. You know what I'm saying? That, like I say, wanting and reality is two different things. So I hope the reality that I'm foreseeing is wrong. I hope that Deontay wins, man.
I mean, through the, you know, I just don't see a situation where Wilder wins. I just don't. I mean, first fight was pure luck, in my opinion. Second fight, you were outclassed. Third fight, I believe it's just going to be more of the same. I mean, I want Wilder to win. I want the American fighter. I didn't care if he was white or black. I want the American fighter to win.
Right.
It's just,
right.
It's just, yeah, I don't see it.
I got you. Well, I'm gonna use that as our closer. Technically, our first episode. My colleague didn't really know, but our first episode of the Judges Table. So look for more episodes coming soon. Yeah. That's it. And as y'all see, we working, man. Shout out to Bud Crawford, man. Real talk. Shout out to Bud Crawford, even just acknowledging us, man. For us to be so small, real spit, look at the camera slick, looking at the camera. Salute to you, Bud. Real talk. Mr. Z didn't mean no harm, man. He just working, man. He just want to see us win. That's all that is. You know what I mean? I'm pretty sure that when you want your opportunity, you know, you can respect it. You know, and that's how he working. He working for, you know, and not for us. He's working for us. What I mean, for us to win. It's a difference. You know what I'm saying? So, I appreciate all y'all, man. Appreciate everybody who tuned in, and like I say, keep chatting, man. Going out there and tell people, hey, y'all need to check out In the Red Corner with Polo J and GMT Boxing. That's what y'all need to do. You know what I'm saying? One of the realest channels out there. Another thing, GMT podcast is still rolling. As y'all can see, the boxing channel just moving fast, bro. So it's requiring me to do some research, and I'm really trying to learn this side of the craft. So that's why I haven't been doing my podcast on Slick 50 TV. So don't think that that's gone because the boxing stuff is it's just a matter of ordering things like this stuff we gonna need for the trip, because we are going to Vegas, and shirts also, you know, shirts like this or whatever. The shirts are real, and designing that stuff, and me reading up on boxing questions, and you know what I'm saying, try to train myself for this thing, because it's a fast-paced thing. You can't get in front of somebody's face and be like you know, whatever. So
and also, if you guys want to interact with us, you can interact with us on Instagram. If you have questions that you would like answered, interact on Instagram. Hit us in our DMs, and we'll interact with you. And if those questions and the you know, the conversation is viable enough, we will debate it live.
Yeah. Or if it's an article, some news somewhere that we ain't seen, don't hesitate to shoot the link to one of us. All right. I am your boy Slick 50.
And this is Polo J, man.
And we up out of here, baby. Y'all be easy. Deuces.